In this session, we have a hot talk session by Ms. Mai Lê, Regional Country Manager, Global PR Hub Vietnam. She will share with us on the future of Omnichannel starts today, strategies that will help you stay ahead. Before joining Global PR Hub as Regional Country Manager, she built professional career with growing roles at leading international news provider PR Newswire as Country Manager and Regional Media Account Manager of Reuters, new agency managing Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, and Philippines markets. With over 16 years working experience, her role has been leading corporate sales and marketing, including developing new business, exploring media partnerships, collaborating brand awareness activities for local presence in Vietnam and other markets. She is also founding board member of Vietnam Public Relations Network, a mentor at Lead the Change, a lecturer at Nguyễn Tất Thành University, and an author of the book Your Brand Talks. Top 5 economic books in 2020 rated by Doanh nhân Sài Gòn magazine. Top 100 books which any enterprise needs to have. A community lover and builder, hope to motivate and encourage young Vietnamese people to strive for a better Vietnam, always willing to support any society project for disseminating the positive and meaningful message to a mass audience and publicity. And she has got the Diamond Award at Asian PR Excellence Award 2019, Coaching Malaysia. Silver Award for Best Campaigns for Social Media Users 2021, Jakarta. Being a, ju- being a jury for two sessions of PRCA National Award 2019 and 2020 in Southeast Asia. Top of above, being a sincere friend, no legacy is as rich as honesty. Let's welcome her today. Ở phần thảo luận tiếp theo, chúng ta sẽ đến với phần chia sẻ của bà Lê Mai Anh, Giám đốc điều hành khu vực tại Global PR Hub Việt Nam về tương lai của mô hình bán hàng đa kênh Omnichannel cũng như các chiến lược để đón đầu xu hướng này. Trước khi gia nhập vào Global PR Hub với tư cách là Giám đốc điều hành khu vực, bà Mai Anh đã có kinh nghiệm nắm giữ các vai trò quan trọng tại nhà cung cấp tin tức quốc tế hàng đầu là PR Newswire như là Giám đốc quốc gia hay Giám đốc truyền thông khu vực của hãng tin Reuters, phụ trách thị trường Việt Nam, Lào, Campuchia, Myanmar và Philippines. Với hơn 16 năm kinh nghiệm làm việc, bà đã đảm nhiệm vai trò dẫn dắt các hoạt động bán hàng và tiếp thị của doanh nghiệp, bao gồm phát triển các hoạt động kinh doanh mới, khai thác các quan hệ đối tác truyền thông, tiến hành các hoạt động nhằm gia tăng độ nhận diện thương hiệu tại thị trường Việt Nam cũng như các quốc gia khác. Bà cũng là thành viên ban sáng lập mạng lưới quan hệ công chúng tại Việt Nam, cố vấn tại Lead the Change, giảng viên của Đại học Nguyễn Tất Thành và là tác giả của cuốn sách Your Brand Talks, top 5 cuốn sách kinh tế do năm 2020 do tạp chí Doanh nhân Sài Gòn đánh giá và top 100 cuốn sách mà bất kỳ doanh nhân nào cũng nên có. Là một người yêu thích các hoạt động xây dựng cộng đồng với hy vọng sẽ động viên, truyền cảm hứng cũng như là khuyến khích các bạn trẻ Việt Nam phấn đấu vì một Việt Nam tốt đẹp hơn. Bà luôn sẵn lòng hỗ trợ bất kỳ dự án xã hội nào để truyền bá thông điệp tích cực và những ý nghĩa đến khán giả và công chúng. Với những đóng góp của mình thì bà đã nhận được giải thưởng Kim Cương tại Asian PR Excellence Award 2019 tại Malaysia, giải bạc cho chiến dịch sử dụng phương tiện truyền thông xã hội tốt nhất năm 2021 tại Jakarta. Đồng thời, bà cũng là ban giám khảo 2 mùa cho giải thưởng quốc gia PRCA 2019-2020 khu vực Đông Nam Á. Và ngay sau đây thì xin trân trọng kính mời diễn giả Lê Mai Anh ạ.
Thank you, the organizer, and thank you, Em Uyên, for a very long introduction. I didn't expect that you have a very long introduction about myself in Vietnamese and in English, so very thankful for your very well support given to me so far. So hello, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So my name is Mai Anh Lee, and I'm Regional Country Manager at Global PR Hub, and I'm very happy to join the session today with the topics of the omni-channel content strategy and commerce, and how we can stay ahead in the crowded market. So let me a second to share my screen. So I was informed to present in English, so I will present to speak in English. I will open my slide. A second. Have you seen my screen? Hello, have you seen my screen yet? Okay, so back to myself as a very long introduction of the organizer and Uyên, so I have nothing to tell you more. So in short, I'm a community lover and community builder. So besides of my expertise in PR and communication, so I really want to enhance and to connect with the people in this community in Marcom sector. So if anything I can be a help to disseminate the valuable information, please just put me in LinkedIn. So I'm very welcome and happy to support. So today the agenda I bring to the session will be the first part is what is omni-channel content strategy, how to approach and stay ahead in crowded market, and are the customer journeys still necessary? The key takeaway after this my section and the Q&A. So firstly, what is omni-channel content strategy? We are talking a lot about this topic, but we need to understand very clear and very simple definition of this strategy. So to be in short, this is the process to approach a multi-channel that provide content at every point in customer journey. In other words, we can see that it is also the process how your content being produced, being created, distributed, managed, and overseen across the multi-channel. That's, I think, very basic, very simple definition of the omni-channel content strategy. So the big question is how we can stay ahead with this strategy. Before answer this big question, I think we need to take four steps into consideration. And today, the first one I want to mention is the business justification. Always push those very basic question at first. Before you can implement any kind of strategy, you need to ask yourself, is this strategy is workable for your company? Is this right for your company now? Does it have to meet the business goal or achievement? The entire team will take effort, resource in finance and in timing for this kind of strategy, or does this bring the sufficient return on investment? So when we are talking about the omni-channel content strategy, it's not likely 100%, but it's nearly 90%. We are talking about the retail and e-commerce strategy. So before implementing this kind of strategy, just make sure that it is workable, it is very suitable for your business model. So that's the first thing. The second, as the name tells itself, content will play a very important role. So I will talk more about the content design. First of all, we need to integrate information in own channel. The word integrate, we need to build it at first because it will save us time and effort to produce the content in multiple channel and platform. Secondly, focus on your story and balance it in each channel because in different channel we will have different requirement, different standard. So we need to understand such a thing and remember balances in different channel and remember the simple rule, less ink and more value. When I advise many clients and enterprises, I always suggest them less ink, more value. It's simply no need to talk a lot about your service, your product, but try to bring informative data, insightful report. So it will make your content more convincing, more compelling, and concise for target audience, for target customer to understand and to draw the attention for them at first. So third is to keep the consistent brand voice over time across all channel. When you want to deliver a message, convey a message to the audience, you need to make it concise and consistent rather than in different and multiple channels, you talking the different story, the different angle. So try to make it short, concise, and consistent. Furthermore, structure the content and using the adaptive content so that it can be created once and published to multi-channel. Remember, the static content is no longer exist nowadays, but one size fits all also doesn't exist as well. The reason we try the adaptive content is that it will also help us to save time and money when we produce the content, trying to thinking with integrate information and authentic content that can be quickly and easily switch between different platforms and different channels. Last but not least is personalization content. 94% of business say that personalization is the key to success. It's extremely important, especially in retail and e-commerce, because any single client, single customer, they have the right to be taken, be taken care, be looked after by brands. So if we show them that we care about them, we put them in the center. So it is the key to win a deal. So later on, I will talk more about personalization part in the customer journey. But remember, personalization content will be the key and very important factor to draw a good return on investment. So the next stage will be the implementation. Once the implementation involved, it means that your content will be created, system coordination, and carefully management. We need to create an incremental roadmap and roll out a strategy with a clear timeline KPI. Define your magic and make sure measurement mechanisms are across the channel. And don't forget, start small first, focusing on one aspect, one unique selling point for your business rather than talking a lot of and what is about your main strength, about your advantage of your service and product. So remember, start small first, but focus. So it will make that the customer, the consumer easily can remember your service and your product. So that are some highlight when you implementation. But for the next stage, will be evaluation and optimization. Once the omnichannel is implemented, we need to identify the success and the area for improvement. The reason why I put the improvement later in the capital, because when I meet and advise many product management team, they are always looking for the success at the right way. And you remember, content strategy is not built by a day or over a night. You can have the success. If you can see the area of improvement, the area of progress, the number of reach, the number of engagement, so it means that it's a potential and provide very green signal to follow this strategy. So be patient, please, the manager, be patient with this kind of strategy when you want to implement at your organization. Second part is a review analytics monthly and keep them aligned with the content calendar. I'm really sure all of your team will review the analytics report weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or quarterly, but keep them aligned with your content calendar. Because in content calendar or editorial calendar, we have the fixed and main turning point achievement during a campaigns, during campaigns. So if you keep it aligned with the fixed content calendar, so you will see the progress, the up and down, and the reason why. So try to review the report, but align with your calendar. The third one is understand analytics in details, because as I mentioned, different channel, different platform will have different requirement, different measurement. So if we understand the analytics in different formats, it will have to understand the reason why. For example, why this kind of information, why this kind of content isn't certain performing well as our expected. And by that, we can initiate the user testing, the research, so we can know the react from the consumer for what we are going to tell them. Last but not least is invoke the consumer relationship. It is also very important part, and there are many kind of involve the customer relationship. To cement that kind of the relation, we need to optimize the customer support, after sales support, or re-engagement with the consumer. For example, like new product notification, about new update, new design launching, and even personalization at store, at outlet will be have to empower the consumer relation between enterprises and the user, the buyer. So The question is next is, are the customer journey still necessary? And yes, the answer is of course yes, absolutely. So the reason why I put the customer journey here in the part, because any single customer often interact with several channels at once, like website, mobile device, in-store, to accomplish a task, to buy things. And omnichannel content strategy doesn't fulfill its task if it doesn't convert to a sales. What today we say is commerce. And beyond the content, we need to invoke the customer behavior and empower them to call for action right away during their customer journey. So how to push up the decision made process from the customer? We need to understand that the content map is relevant to each step in customer journey. You can see in that kind of table, is a sample. You can take a look. So in different stage of customer journey, for example, like in the period of time searching for a new product, exploring product, evaluating product, or even after buying, using the product, there will be a relevant and suitable content need to be prepared well to provide enough information for customer. For example, I can take it here. For the time searching the product, what we need to do is we need to have a feature product, thought leadership, product overview, insight or white paper of the service or product. During evaluation product, we can have the analysis report, the original research, or the usage case. And once if the customer already use our product, your product, so we need to have the UGC content, listening to them, knowledge base, and something like a newsletter, product notification update, so kind and so forth. That's the kind of content map we need to prepare to push up the decision made from the customer journey. We try to push them to design, to convert to sale as much as possible when we provide necessary and important information. So to make it in short and to make it more easy to remember and some highlight to take away, I just want to end up with 3 rules. The number 1 rule is 2 process of shopping and engaging with content need to be parallel. Today, the content should provide instant gratification to the consumer who consume it. No longer any content being written in beautiful form, in very long form, just to read. Now, content will be created and produced to convert to sales, to convert to the lead. So try to make it the shopping content and engaging content will be parallel. The number rule 2, try to take the full advantage of shoppable content. So what kind of shoppable content? There are 5 typical types of shoppable contents, what I mentioned today. Shoppable post, shoppable video, shoppable UGC, shoppable article, shoppable ads. And with the Vimo white paper, they have report for US market. You can see in the graphic that embrace the visual content to drive sales is ever growing. While video and image are more widely seen, text and live stream are mainstream globally and gaining momentum in stage. Interactive content has shown revenue increase in the triple digits, justifying its value in the overall digital commerce strategy. So you can see in the graphic, video and image will count for 86% and 78% with the content format linked to purchase influence to point of sale. Text and live stream count for 44% and live stream count for 40% to influence the customer behavior. So you can see if your content is more convincing, more visual, more concise, it will be easier to drive the audience, the consumer, to take action right away. So that's some very informative data you can see for your own business. And the number rule 3, the powerful equation with 5C. And remember, and you can see at my screen now, the content plus commerce plus community. it will increase the conversion and customer loyalty. So again, 5C method: content plus commerce plus community, increase the conversion and retain the customer loyalty. If you remember this very powerful equation, I think that when you apply this kind of strategy, it will help you to grow up the revenue. So if the Bill Gates have the quote "content is king," then John Munsell, the CEO of Bazooka, have another quote: "If content is king, then conversation is queen." And the purpose of the omni-channel content strategy is a strategy we connect content into conversion. So I think that's end of my presentation, and that's some of my a few cents of thoughts to share with you about this kind of strategy and how you can stay ahead in the crowded market. Hope that you will find it useful and informative. If you need any information or raise any question, just feel free to connect me. Thank you. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you, Ms. Mai, for your very interesting sharing. And we have received a question in the question box that can you share with us a case study where local company has implemented this omnichannel content strategy and has achieved big win? Rất cảm ơn chị Mai Anh Lê về phần chia sẻ vừa rồi, và chúng ta thì đã nhận được một câu hỏi ở trong hộp hỏi đáp, đó là chị có thể chia sẻ một trường hợp cụ thể trong đó thì một công ty địa phương đã áp dụng chiến lược bán hàng đa kênh omnichannel này và giành được thắng lợi lớn không ạ?
Ok rồi, chị rất là cảm ơn câu hỏi của mọi người. So should we switch to English or in Vietnamese for this question? So because I'm present in English, so I will answer this question in English as well. So there are a lot kind of people and business in Vietnam using this omni-channel content strategy, not only for enterprises, even for individuals if they sell things online. So for example, one of very successful case is a P&J. You know, P&J is a Phú Nhuận, the jewelry company. They are also very leading jewelry company in Vietnam and using that omni-channel strategies really well, especially during the 2 years of the COVID-19. So you see, in the past, almost the big company in Vietnam will sell their service offline at the outlet, at their store, showroom. But during the COVID happened since 2019, 20, and 21, so they try to move to other platform and mainly on online. So there will be a TikTok channel, there will be a Zalo, there will be the e-commerce trading. So if you can see that, they try to train, how to say, to drive on the customer behavior, because you see, in the past, when customer want to buy any accessory, they want to come to store and wearing it, looking at the mirror, consider different option. But now when they move to online with the other reaching to the customer, you will see that it will be very hard for them at first, because they need to change the customer behavior. But nowadays it is more, how to say, familiar for the consumer to buy any kind of good and product online. They can view it 360 degree with video, with the UGC content, with the live streaming, and even with the effort and the collaboration from the KOL and the KOC. Any consumer can imagine, can how to say, can experience the product easily online. So that will have very successful. They can try through the pandemic, and the sales revenue still growing up. And if you remember last year, our company also organized a talk show with the P&J and some other clients to share their case study about this omni-channel content strategy. So it's really a good help and, how to say, a quick move during the pandemic. So I think it will be a good choice for any enterprises, especially in a retail and e-commerce industry. Thank you. So is there any question?
Thank you, Miss Mai, for your very detailed answer. Cảm ơn chị Mai rất là nhiều về phần trả lời rất là chi tiết vừa rồi của mình ạ.
Thank you em.
And if you don't have any other question, then I think we can finish the session here. Và nếu như quý vị khán giả chúng ta không có thêm câu hỏi nào khác cho diễn giả của chúng ta thì chúng ta có thể kết thúc phiên thảo luận này và chuẩn bị sang phiên thảo luận tiếp theo.
Thank you everyone. Thank you the organizer for inviting me for this very precious chance and hope the event will be successfully and looking forward to work with you in future. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye bye
thank
everyone.
you, Miss Mai. Thank you.